It's the Hebrew life again. Shock Base Jerusalem. Let's get it. Late night talks, family. Here just, to make myself acquainted with all my subscribers. I appreciate y'all over the years for supporting me. And, we're going to take this to the moon and beyond the stars. We doing this for the Most High just to be, you know, a portal of truth in this world full of lies. We're going to check on the audio and we're going to get started, man. We're going to chop it up, man. All right, we back, fam. Can't really tell if we running or not, but we're going to keep it pushing. How everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody doing well. Life been lifing, man. What can I say? 3 children, a wife. Man, my time been limited. But I always got time for those that want to hear truth, that want to be a part of it. That want to be a part of the kingdom of Yah. I'm here. I'm here for the lost, that need to be found. I ain't just here for those that's found. I'm here for those that's lost also, that's looking for new beginnings, that's looking for a fresh start. That's what we do, man. That's what we do. It's a lot going on in the world, but we still alive. We got food on our tables and clothes on our back. Can't complain. We got to be more strategic. When I say we, I'm talking to myself and those that are a part of the family that I'm creating here on this page. I thank the Most High that he was able to give me a platform to talk to his people. It's been a beautiful journey, doing music, videos, and even sharing parts of my personal life with you guys, because I have to. I feel like I'm not totally being real with my subscribers if I leave out certain parts. I mean, we all want to be relatable, and I just want y'all to know I'm just a regular guy like y'all, man. Regular human like y'all. Ain't nothing, besides me and my covenant that I continue to keep to my heart, the covenant that Yah has given us. I'm just a regular guy like everybody else. I want the best for everybody, but unfortunately, everybody has their own choices to make in life. It's okay to let go of certain things and certain people on this journey to try to be righteous, because you can't take everything with you. That's including people and old habits that you have and that you've picked up, Old habits that put you in the same old positions that you always been in. We want to progress ourselves. Financial education, education period. Spiritual education in the Most High, understanding how the Most High work. Not only how this world works, but how the Most High works. What he expects of us. We want to be fully aligned. We want to be fully aligned when we doing things. I'm gonna check on the audio one more time, family, and then we're gonna chop it up. We back, man, with the audio straight. So, like I was saying, family, I'm here for the lost, man. I'm here for the lost sheep. I'm gonna start putting in more time with y'all, man. Whether it's one person in the room or 20 people in the room, man, we here. We gonna spend time being consistent this year. You know, consistency is a major part of success. If you're not consistent in anything, you can't expect to be even good in anything. Subpar. You gotta understand that consistency is all about keep going, man. It's a marathon. The scriptures say those that endure to the end. The scriptures tell us it's not a race, but it's a marathon. So endurance and consistency is a big part of having endurance. Things not knock us off our square sometime, and we get unfocused. But at the end of the day, we must remain on our square when it comes to our missions in life. Everybody got a mission, whether it's big or small. It could be something as simple as just taking care of your children. It could be something as simple as paying your bills on time, getting out of debt. The same things that nick at everybody, nicks at everybody. Nobody's special, whether you're rich or poor. You have to be consistent. If somebody's a bum or somebody's a disgrace, they've been consistently being bad at life, consistently making bad decisions. They didn't sporadically here and there. No, everything comes with consistency. Bible said everything is a double-edged sword. If I'm consistently good, I'll get my results. Everything has its reward. If I'm consistently bad, consistently disobedient, consistently being, what's the word I'm looking for? Defiant. Consistently being defiant towards instructions, then you got to lay in the bed that you made. Several things, that I want to unpack with you guys, I'm just unveiling the knowledge that the Most High has instilled into me. He's instilled it in all of us. They say a broken clock is right twice a day. So can't give up on really anybody. This is why Christ came and relieved demons out of people that society had tied up in chains and threw in a cage and gave up on. It ain't always about what we believe a person is capable of. The Most High is the final sayer in all these things. He makes rich, he makes poor, he makes smart, he makes dumb. But in the basis of all is us as men and women, we fall for our desires. Our desires are to me, the wedge in between success or not being successful. If you can't remove that wedge and go into the side of success, it's gonna push you towards being unsuccessful. Whether that's your vices on trying to live lavishly or sleeping with women or men and having a sexual lust problem, whether it's not having love in your heart for your own. Everything matters. All of these different things must align. We must gain more love for each other. The Bible said, and Christ said, one of the two greatest commandments he passed out was to love one another. This is what the black community is lacking. And I'm going to keep letting it be known that we're missing love for God and love for each other. This is what our ancestors had for each other. This is why they were able to build a Black Wall Street. This is why our people were able to come together even though society had deemed them 3/5 of a human and not even a real citizen. We were able to unite, still come together. This is what Rosa Parks and the boycott was about. It wasn't about a bus or Rosa Parks. It was more about the unity that we had to come together if we weren't being treated right and to look out for ourselves. We don't need the bus system. We'll carpool. This is what went on until the bus systems had lost enough money economically where they had to stop being racist. We want to be treated right in America, but it's never going to come unless we gain a little more love for each other. Why should anybody else respect us when we don't respect ourselves? Why should anybody love us when we don't love ourselves? And have they ever loved us in this country? Was there ever a time where they fully loved us as a whole? You go to these other communities, they have love for their own, whether they make bad decisions or not. They go to the businesses, whether they have bad food or bad clothes or not. They'll tell them, pull them to the side, you need to do this. You need to add this into your clothes. You need to add this into your food. You need to add this into your customer relations when it comes to your business. This is why the Chinese, the Jewish, the white communities, this is why they flourish, the Indian communities. You got so many immigrants coming in this country. Shout out to Dr. Claude Anderson. He was one of the first people I heard say that black people are going to end up being a third or fourth class citizen in America because so many immigrants are coming in at such a high rate. If we don't find a medium to unify and to start building wealth, not just for us individually as individuals, but as a nation as a whole, if everybody continues to be on link and not educate themselves when it comes to how to take care of family and build wealth, then we're going to, pretty soon, all the immigrants will be the ones owning our stores, our gas stations, our liquor stores, our apartment complexes. Everything that we need will be going to a third or fourth, what we would think was a third or fourth class citizen in America, will be going to them for our needs, for our wants, because we haven't stopped as a nation to think about our direction. Everybody's me out for them. Nobody's willing to make any sacrifices or even spark the conversation. And even if we do, there ain't enough people listening. Ain't enough people listening to say, hey, man, we don't do something, we're going to miss out. If we don't do something about our situation, we're going to miss out. Y'all put in the comments what y'all think. Do y'all think us as a people are headed towards the right direction or not? Do we really need to sit down and have this conversation about the direction we're going as a nationwide community, not just individual communities and individual people, but as a whole? How does the world view us? How does the world view us? Do they see us as somebody to be respected, somebody to be reckoned with, or do they see us as a sad case, a wasted talent, never able to understand, never able to unify? This is why Christ left the main commandment to love one another. He is the king. He had the ability to see what will be our main flaw today, 2,000 years later, and it's a lack of love for each other. Where did it go? It went away so fast. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X passed away. Fred Hampton and the Black Panthers. Several other civil rights and activists were muffled out and killed over the years. We know that. But we must rise again. As Maya Angelou says, still we rise. Still I rise. We got to keep rising to the occasion to mean something, to be something. We are the children of the Most High. That means that we need to represent properly. It's not going to be a lot of us. It's only going to be a remnant of people that actually want to step up and actually do something about the stereotype that we're becoming. You know, we becoming a byword, as the scriptures say, a stereotype. Oh, there go the black people. I was at the store today. I was on my break, and I was at the gas station, and I was trying to get some food on my lunch, on my little break or whatever. And I seen, it was maybe 15 young sisters, black sisters. They might have been coming from cheerleading practice. I don't know, but this gas station happened to be by the high school that I went to. And, this high school, the gas station has been getting robbed and stolen from for years, So over time, this gas station has built a policy that only a certain amount of students could be in the store at a time, maybe 3, maybe 4. I think at the time she was saying it was already maybe 3 or 4 or 5 kids in the store, and it was probably about 15 other kids trying to come in. And the clerk was an older white lady. She said, I can only have a certain amount of people in. Can you please step out? She said it more than once. She said it 2 or 3 times. And, the kids didn't understand. They didn't understand that, not that you're just black, but, the policy of the store that, I can't let 3 or 4 students in here because, kids, they come in there and they steal. The little girl persists to slam the door. She slammed it hard like a grown woman. Like, other girls out there, hey, stop, don't do that. But, there was no adult supervision. It was about 15 girls. They might have been watching from their cars, but our people don't understand. Our people on small things, just like it's a store policy, they might think that somebody's trying to be funny to them, but it wouldn't matter if you was white or Mexican trying to come in 4 or 5 sits deep. They're gonna tell you, oh no, can't come in, don't come in with the bags. And this is just a small parable on how we aren't fully educated in America. A brother get pulled over, he do all the wrong things that you shouldn't do when you get pulled over. You already can get shot doing the right things. Rest in peace to Philando Castile. You could get shot doing the right things. So what we can't allow is our people to grow up lawless, not understanding that the laws that's for them ain't for us. They could get away with that, but you probably don't need to do that. It probably wouldn't be best for you to do that as a young black woman or black man. We got to be smarter. We got to move more strategic. Parents need to start teaching their kids scenario-based things. If this happens, you do this. You see some guys, you hang with them, and they say, we finna go rob the store. You say, no, I'm gonna go home, bro. I ain't finna do all that. We also have to teach our kids not to even be in that position. Why are you, Don't even hang with young men or young women that's into mischief. I know it's hard to do because peer pressure is a mug. When you coming up as a young man and woman, peer pressure is, and even as an adult, peer pressure is even worse, I believe, when you become an adult. But when you're young, you really are open to peer pressure because you're just new to the world and you just want to find your way and you want to get into things, and some things you don't know that's where that leads. You don't have the vision or the wisdom to understand what certain actions consequences come with. But we need to teach our children scenario-based things. Our, our nephews, our nieces, everybody who is black need to know how to move being black. Our people are too quick to pull the victim card. Oh, they're doing this to us. Look, it's been going on for hundreds of years. At some point, we got to make a decision on how can we change this. We can't keep sitting back saying, oh, they're doing this to us. They're doing this to us. Okay, yeah, let's move forward. What is the counter to what they're trying to do to us? Our number one counter is we need to get back sanctified and holy with God. We don't have a God or a direction as a people. People do what they want to do. Women wear what they want to wear. Men wear what they want to wear. They date who they want to date. There's even in the churches, there's nothing sanctified. A woman can come into church dressed any type of way. A man could come into church and he likes men, but he's on a deacon board and all of this foolishness that goes on and it's going on in America. Us as a people, they want to make black people a parody. They want us ha ha ha. They want us in ha 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 mode every time. Every time you see us, they want us to be non-threatening as possible. The jester. They don't want us to think like the kings. They want jesters. They want us to be jokers. And we already know aces, kings, and queens take down the joker. The joker, a spade could take down the joker. So, it's just, it's not the thing you would want to be. It's the last in the card deck almost. When it comes to actual occupation, you're going to be a king, you're going to be an ace, or you're going to be a joker. You're going to be a queen. You want to just be a heart. You want to be a club. These are just weapons. They're not actually pieces on a chessboard that can actually make some things happen. And that's what we've been in America for the last 500 years, is just a tool, something to be used and threw away on the ground like a wrench or anything else when they done using it. They use us for their marketing. They use us for pretty much everything. When it came to the LGBT, the black people, they use gay black men to be the front runners. When it comes to gangster music and being uncivilized, they pick us as the image of being an uncivilized, unlearned person. When it comes to broken families, we are the face of that. 80% of households, no father in them. Who's raising these children? Who's really raising these children? And they wonder why the murder rate is up, why these kids are so emotional and so wild. There's no balance. A woman can only do so much. She's not supposed to be the man and the woman, the father and the husband. The father and the wife, father and mother. Like she's only one woman. She got to go to work, then she got to take care of the kids. And she got to meet all the qualities of the kids also. And these women, man, come on, man. And where's the man? Out making kid from place to place. There's no structure in the ghetto. There's no structure in the black community. Nobody says nothing. Men go out and have 10 kids, 15 kids. Women will still give them a chance. We have to have some type of standards. No disrespect, a woman to go out and have 5, 6 kids by 4 or 5 different men, and the man will still be looking to go inside of her. It isn't a shame on either side in the ghetto. The black man with 10 to 15 kids and the black woman with 5 or 10 kids by 6 to 7 people is not a shame in the ghetto. They listen and they don't judge. That's what's going on out here. But we kings over here, we gods, Psalms 82, and we gonna judge the earth. Because we're not called to sit back and watch evil and say nothing. We're called to blow the horn. Make those that want to escape aware of the path to get out. That's our jobs. Everybody's worried about Trump next move. Trump is 80 years old. He did so much in the first year, it felt like he been president 3 years already. He done went to war, took Venezuela, took Greenland. He's still fighting over there in Ukraine. He everywhere. He talking about he gonna redo this at the White House. All kind of stuff to happen. People running in the White House with guns. And it's just normal. He just got shot in the head. The president, and it's just a normal thing. Everybody talking about 2K and Grand Theft Auto 6 and the new Madden. It's like the movie Gladiator. It's like get up more entertainment. Are y'all not entertained? Like how much more y'all should be overstimulated with all of the entertainment they put out there and that's out there. But that's what people's lives become when they're not able to slow down, say, hold up. You know, what does this all mean? Like, who am I in this world, in this game that they're playing? Who am I? And whoever you are, you chose to be that. All money ain't good money. I thought about all the type of ways I can make money. A lot of the ways people can make money these days is just by being a part of the system. Whether that's, oh, I'm going to get online and I'm going to entertain people. I'm not here to fully entertain y'all. We talking. This is late night talk. Truth going to be spoken on this outlet. I'm going to put a poll out. Do you feel that black people love each other? I want people to answer. Do we love each other? Is the love fully there? Long as everybody can have their way, yeah, they love each other. All right, we starting the poll, man. We gonna see what everybody say. Do you feel like black people love each other? That's what I want to know. Because me personally, I feel like there's no love. You know, it's brothers shooting brothers down every day in the streets. Right in my city, a brother got shot, killed right with his father. It's girls walking around pointing guns at people during fights. These is our people. You don't see Chinese people fighting in the streets, at the clubs fighting, shaking their ass. You don't see Mexicans doing that. They might get drunk, but you don't see them at the club and see they women out here shaking their ass and doing all this type of stuff. I just seen the Country Music Awards. I'm at work watching the Country Music Awards. I'm like, oh, okay. I ain't even know they. I'm talking about it's about 100,000 people. They in Nashville. They got to be in the stadium or something. Like 50,000, 100,000 people in the stadium. I didn't see one entertainer up there with some questionable fashion. No titties was out, no ass, no overly vulgar songs. They even brought Fetty Wap out. Like, look, hey, I mean, I don't, I wouldn't be at the CMAs, but at the same time, it's all up. You turn on the BET Awards, it's ass shaking. It's all kind of roguish and bogus stuff going on. Just keep it 100 with you. It's just a whole bunch of overly sexualized BS going on. You turn on black networks. All of the songs is about killing people or hurting people and what you got. I got this car. I got this house. My girl look like this. I got this much money. It's just all pride and materialism. I'm listening to the, no, I guess black people don't sing the blues no more, so it turned to country. Let the genre taken. But, they're going to keep taking from us if we don't step up. Me and mine, like Joshua said, for me and my family, we're going to follow the Most High. But I can't speak on everybody else. I see why the scriptures say it's only going to be a remnant. I don't expect 1,000 people to be in the room. I'm not show speed or any of the, Casa. Now, I'm not none of these streamers that's just for the world. But I know what I bring is gold. I'm not going to let shadow banning or not having 500, 1,000 people in the room listening to what I'm saying stop me from speaking this truth. This is what our people need. There's too many phony-ass Hebrews out here claiming they brews, then being exposed for being phonies. I've been here this whole time being real. I ain't perfect. I made mistakes along the way in my ego, but the Most High got me here for a reason. Now that all of the fake Hebrews that fell to the wayside, took the money, went into the world to do all these meaningless interviews and shows just to get money and just to get recognition, here we are still being labeled as something other than the children of God. These people across seas that they believe is Judah, we already see what they do. We already seen what they did in Palestine, and now they in Lebanon and going to Iran. And Christ ain't came back yet, but they in the land. Come on, man. It don't match scripture. Anybody in America upside down, you got everybody split on this war that's going on. Kanye West came out, all kind of celebrities that came out and said, hey, yeah, we the true Jews, we the Hebrews. Floyd Mayweather, everybody. It doesn't hold any weight because you got too many lousy brothers in the truth who don't truly care about the sheep. It's all about power and sending the seed of Moses and not doing correctly with that power. Our people are rebellious people. Ever since we left Egypt, we've been a rebellious people. That's been our problem this whole time. We gotta stay on the straight and narrow, family. It's so easy to go off track, start backsliding, doing whatever you want to do, saying forget this truth. It don't mean nothing. It mean everything, though. It means everything to know who you are, to know how much you mean to the Most High. It means everything. to give that to my children. What more can you give a black man or black woman in America but to tell them, hey, you the chosen people of God? Is that not empowering? I'll pay you if it's not. That gives our young brothers and sisters hope, and that's what they hate. That we have something to believe in other than white Jesus, other than Christianity, Islam, and all these other religions that's a part of the denomination of the Roman Catholic Church and the rest of the world religions. Well, I don't care, the rest of the European and Arabian religions all wrapped into one denomination ran by the Vatican. That's what's going on. You got, everything has been unveiled. Pedophilia, murder, extortion, lying. Babylon and did it all. Making people slaves for free wages. Now they looking for somebody else to work for free. Ain't no change this time, family. The change is on your mind this time. That's the new plan. How can we lock these people mind? Black people, we killing ourselves. They done moved on to how they can capture and enslave the world now. Now everybody is working for little to nothing. Now everybody is working like 2 or 3 people just to be able to have something. And they sit back and collect the inflation. Because not that nobody revolts, but nobody stops and say, you know, we're not going to do this anymore. We can't stop the consumerism. We can't stop the materialism, the socialism. We have problems in all 3 of them areas. Then on top of the system telling you how to live and telling you what you should do when you really don't know and you listen to that, it's a recipe for disaster. By that time, you caught up in family issues. You might be arguing with somebody online, faking a persona online, dealing with financial issues because you was not financially educated. It's a recipe for somebody to want to kill themselves. If you ask me, you give a person all them problems and no way to get out, that's what's going to happen. That's why they just banned kids in the UK for being online. They can't be online until they 16 because too many kids out here killing themselves talking about online bullying. Me, I don't understand this. When I came up, it was real bullies. You would really get a black eye. You wouldn't get embarrassed online. You would really get a black eye, busted nose. You know, so somebody online bullying you, block them. But you know, when your whole life is online and your reputation is tainted, it feel like your life is tainted. But these kids gotta understand this is just online. It's not real life. You can log off and really live life. You could really unplug out the matrix. Now, it ain't as pretty as in the matrix. Because when you on the internet or in the matrix, yeah, you could create and do all these different things, but you still have that creativity when you unplug. We gotta really get creative in real life. Too many people is putting time into their avatar and not their real life. Who they really are. They more putting time into their persona, and their character they building up online. I am who I am. Everybody that's subscribed, that support me, I appreciate it because I'm going to continue to be me. I refuse to sell out for views. I refuse to sell out for a spot on No Jumper or any platform that's going to not bring recognition to the Most High. I don't have time to debate. I'm not finna do what what's the name? No, I forgot his name. Brother in ISUPK. I'm not finna go and do 100 million fucking debates. Damn, this truth ain't to be debated. The facts is out there. We are the people who are sentenced to slavery, and we fit the curses that was spoken of in Deuteronomy and all through the scriptures. Who doesn't fit those curses? We know who don't. Now, the world could play stupid because they want to continue to believe in white Jesus and keep white supremacy going, but we understand this. The Gentiles are ruling. So at that point, you're going to get a Gentile education, a Gentile view on things. You have to fight to have the true view and the true look on what it really is that's in front of you. You can't be, and they put these chains on your mind via principles, via socialism, like I said, overly telling people if you don't do this, then, then you're not with us. You're not in society if you're not doing this. We seen it when the jab came out. Everybody was, oh, he's not, he don't have it. Quarantine him. He didn't get it. Yeah, he didn't get the jab. Quarantine him. Can't be around us. Yep, it's contagious now. It's chicken pox. It's ridiculous. That's how fast society could switch. One minute, everybody is cool. The next minute, they could be programmed to turn on whoever don't want to be programmed. Be wise as a serpent. I don't even tell people I'm a Hebrew no more. I have to be wise. See that horn going off behind me? Man, look, gotta be wise around, man. They already know who I am. I'm putting my life on the line every day. I don't have my regular government name on my Facebook. Y'all can find me on Facebook and all social medias. Base Jerusalem. I done stepped into my truth. Thank God. Because what's the point of being double-minded? I know my government name. Yeah, that's the name I sign in at work, and it comes on my bills. That's the name they're gonna send. I could go down to the courthouse and change my name, but it ain't gonna matter. It'll just bring even more attention that I don't want. We living in dangerous times now. For one, if I told somebody, oh, I'm a Jew, they might get me mixed up with the Ashkenazi that's over there doing all of the genocide. I'm not them. So I don't want nobody to get me mixed up with them. I'm in my own lane. We follow the Most High for real. We are the chosen people for real, not for fake. And ready to get out of there, family. Just wanted to spend a little time with y'all, man. If y'all got something to say, man, put it in the chat, man. We here. But yeah, man, we gonna have to unify, man. We gonna go extinct out here. We think we got more than we really got. We think because Oprah got some money and a few celebrities got some money, Jay-Z and Beyonce, we don't got no money, family, as a people as a whole. Those are individuals. They can't carry the whole black nation in America and around the world. Y'all do understand that, right? Oprah can't feed everybody chicken, bro. Again. All of the black millionaires and billionaires, they all can't carry just all of us. They not supposed to take all their money, their fortune, and try to help black America. It'll be a waste of money, a waste of time. Only God, only Yah Almighty can save us. The scripture saying Deuteronomy 28, no man should save you. So there's no point of looking for individuals to save us. We have to do this as a nation. We don't need a spokesman. All we need is a standard to live by. We were never supposed to have somebody to follow other than God. God put leaders in front of us like Moses and King David, but they was all manifestations of who he really is. Even Christ. None of these prophets did nothing except what the Most High told them to do. And none of us are perfect. A lot of us are like Jonah, where God sent us on a mission and we try to run from it. But you can't run from your destiny. What God wants you to be is where you're going to be. And this is where we are as black people in America. Lost, miserable, blind, wretched, and an inflated ego. Thinking that we hold more value than we really do. We hold value. Don't get me wrong. If you living righteous, you living for the Most High, you doing what you need to do in life to keep the righteousness and the good going, you are something. Whether somebody tells you that or not, I'm telling you something. You something definitely in the Most High's eyes. I can begin to tell you how joyful the heavens are when they see people doing right. But for those who not, those that continue to just reject this truth, that don't seek it, that don't repent, they're going to find themselves in a tight position these next coming years if y'all give it to us. Because all this could happen real fast. All they need is 3.5 years. And the whole world could flip upside down. You know, so much going on, and at the same time, there's nothing going on. You know, these young children, they not interested. They telling kids that, you know, we weren't even slaves. The slave ships, that stuff was made up story. They'll be telling them that if we don't pass down the information that kept our ancestors alive when they didn't want to get them a dime, a nickel. If it weren't for God, we wouldn't have had nothing. We wouldn't have had nothing if it wasn't for the Most High. They didn't want us to have nothing. They didn't want us at their water fountains. And I'm not creating racial problems on this channel. What I'm trying to tell you is this country is a white country. It was built on black slavery, and that can't be refuted. With that being said, if that's the foundation of the country and how it was built, there's certain individuals that want to continue that tradition. Everybody didn't say, oh man, you know, slavery is bad, man. I don't think we should have did that. We should never do that again. Some people say, man, we need to do that again. If we want to get rich again, we're going to have to do that again. And I ain't talking about, like I said, this ain't got nothing to do with actually putting chains back on your arms and on our legs. Like I said, the chains is on your brain, on your time. If they could put chains on your time and chains on your brain and your way of thinking, your way of doing things, your way of seeing things, how you see things is based off of your spirit and your brain, your mind that God has given us. If they could alter that, alter the direction, the focus, and have you living in a fake world, then you gone. You will never catch up to what's really going on the pavement. You would never understand these people traded in their shields for suits. Shaved off their beards and said, look, I'm clean cut now. We got to remember these are the Romans, the Greeks, warriors, the children of Genghis Khan, warriors. We are the children of David, Moses, Abraham, Jacob. We are those. So we have warrior in our blood too. So we not fearing any bloodline or people because they could get brolic. Because we could get brolic too. And we could get real brutal if the Most High wants it to be that. But our God fights our battles. That's what makes us special. Yeah, we'll get physical, but we're people that our God is the true and living God, and he fights our battles. Our enemies are defeated before they ever step on the battlefield. And why do we keep getting defeated? Because we continue to fight without our God. Oh, black people need this. Oh, we need more money. We need more education systems. We need more of this. We need more of that. What we need is God first. We need love for each other. Second, we need standards and directions. And that's going to come via the Bible. The whole government of the U.S. supposedly run their system based off the laws of the Bible. It's a majority Christianity world where most people say they believe in the Bible, but most countries and people don't follow it. In the 60s and the 50s, and our people really went to church. They didn't know that day was Saturday, but they really showed up for the Most High. That's why he elevated us. That's why so many black people did great things back in the day. All they had was God and they belief in what they was trying to do. You had men who would walk states just to go to school. Women that would walk states just to go to school with a few dollars in their pocket, just for a chance. Now we are living and have a chance to do things, and we're discouraged because we still see, oh, the system ain't geared for us. It never was. Well, we never turned down our grandmothers and before, our grandfathers and before, they never turned down the opportunity. They knew they would be discriminated against. They knew it would be stumbling blocks. But they never turned down the opportunity to be something. Because it's better than sitting back being nothing. This country benefited greatly off of us. And they still do to this day. The sad part is, the more we dwindled down and became nothing, they figure, we'll make money off of them being entertainers and rappers. It ain't a lot of them being inventors no more, or doctors, or lawyers, or anything you would see on the wall for Black History Month, besides an athlete. We got to do better. We got to, family. We not going to make it. They say by 2053, black people going to have zero net income wealth as a whole nation of people. Like I told y'all earlier, just because Lil Wayne got some money don't mean we got some money. Just because Byron has money don't mean we got money. All of these billionaires, people mistake this. They think when they see a black person winning that we winning as a whole. We got to remember taxes. Yeah, 40% of that going back, 50% of that going back to the government. That man and a woman got to take care of their family, make sure they leave some wealth. It'd be a shame that they had all this money and left nothing to their children and their family. Then our people expect them to take care of us too. They expect the government to take care of us. They depending on everybody to take care of them but God. He said he would sustain us and rescue us, but yet we still look to the government, Trump, whoever, to rescue us. You got brothers in the street right now, they depending on their gun to rescue them, not God. Not knowing if you live by the gun, you're gonna die by the gun. Don't mean you don't have one. It just don't mean you don't live by it. I mean, me personally, this is my contribution. I do other things I'm not gonna speak on, but this is part of my contribution to give back and to do something. I'm not gonna go out and march and try to get on TV and be an activist. That ain't my style. When the media come in, it's compromised. This is why Malcolm X said the revolution should not be televised. People didn't understand that though, because they seen so much revolution being televised. The real revolution, the real ones that's stepping up, the elect, for the most part, that's stepping up to speak this truth, it's not gonna be fully publicized and televised. It start off like any other country. One person saying, look, we not going for that, you treating the people wrong, and the other person maybe siding with some outsider, whoever got the money at the time, the culture, and the pull with the masses, with the people. Normally, people go with that, but you always have those that say, look, we're not going to agree with that. We're not going along with that because everybody else is going along with that. Yeah, man. Y'all hit that like button if y'all listening. And man, we gonna be back, man. We just dropped some videos. We got more videos coming this year. We gonna keep making these movies for y'all. Like I told y'all earlier, man, my time has become limited. When I started this channel, I had no children. Now I got 3, so all praise to the Most High. I'm doing what I could do. You know what I'm saying? Dropping music to y'all, videos. Y'all hit that like button, man. They shadow banning me. I got 1,500 subscribers. I'm getting little to no views. Just like Thoughts Camera Action and several other brothers out here who preaching the truth. They try to shadow ban our page, man. So y'all hit that like button, share it. Make sure this get out to the 4 corners of the earth. We in the last days. Our people need to hear motivational speeches. You know what I'm saying? And they need to hear what the plan is and what we need to do to get to the next level, because nobody's talking about what us as a people, not only just black people, but Israelites, need to do fully to prepare themselves. We too clicked up. When they come and try to round us up, they rounding up everybody that was associated. So we can stop trying to put ourselves in different associated boxes. That's cool. I'ma always sanctify myself, but when they come, they coming for all of us, bro. So at the end of the day, we need to have a little more love for each other. Be willing to listen. Agree with your brother if you're right. Put the pride down. I done talked to plenty of brothers in the truth. Too many times, you know, they pride is just in the way, man. You can't get through to them. Even if they know you telling the truth, they pride won't let them say it. Pride is a killer, man. I'm telling y'all, man. I understand why the scriptures say the devil and pride go together, because we just can't admit when we wrong. We can't admit when we done failed. Like the scriptures say, we'll be bleeding and cut sores, and we'll still continue to act like, oh, ain't nothing wrong. We have a strong ability to ignore the inevitable. You know, some things you got to deal with. Black people, our people, Hebrews, Same people Moses dealt with that was rebellious, from coming out of Egypt all the way into coming into Israel, rebellious. We got to work on ourselves. God only gonna save a remnant. We stubborn and we rebellious, stiff-necked. And then we try to sit back and make everything a racial war. We need to get ourselves together. We ain't in no position to fight no racial wars. We can't even stand up for our own. You got 80% of sisters raising the kids on their own. Where are the men? I'm calling out all the real men. We ain't associating with nobody if they ain't no real man. If you don't take care of your kids, your family, a stand-up guy, don't come around me, bro. Until you got your mind right, until you willing to learn seriously how to be a real man and take correction, don't come around me, because it's dangerous. I'm being righteous, you not. A lot of people get jealous and they want to dim your light. They want to put your light out. They can't stand to see a brother doing good. If you ain't on my level, on what I'm on, following the Most High, this is why Christ was how he was. I ain't gotta hang with the crowd. A lot of people too clicked up and need a crowd to make it. I don't need nobody but God, bro, and my family. I need God first. He the one who gave me my family. He the one who made me who I am, gave me my experiences. When people look back, I hope they see who they really is and not who they was pretending to be. I'm not looking back saying, oh man, I was trying to be too cool. I gotta lay it on the line with y'all. I gotta let y'all know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Stand up for the Most High, man. I ain't perfect, like I said, but stand up. Now we gonna run through this list of things we need to do to have a better future for our children. At least a better understanding. So y'all can understand the type of direction we need to have. Number one, we gotta start loving each other a little more. That means showing utmost respect to each other. If you're talking to an older person, yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. We gotta teach manners. Our children need to know what's manners. They don't have any manners anymore. These children are rude. People are rude. Let's bring back having manners and having love for each other. Number two, you gotta follow the scriptures. Black people don't have a standard. They don't have a medium on what to do and what not to do. A brother go sleep with another brother wife, nobody says nothing. A sister going around sleeping around, nobody says nothing. Back in the day, an older lady, an older man to pull that person to the side, that young man, a young woman, and they'll tell them, hey, what you doing? You got to stop it. It's not right. You're not going to like yourself after you're done. Now, it's like that TV show Shameless. Ain't nobody got no shame. People do whatever, whenever, and there's nobody to correct them and tell them, hey, look, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be wearing that. You shouldn't be talking like that. You got a song out right now. It's talking about telling young kids and people They go scam and steal and spend money. They keep putting the bad influences on us. Like, damn, don't you think we got enough bad influences? Nobody even said, hey, this girl was with Diddy. Like, how she even got a song out? She should be in the damn case, shouldn't she? Shit, she need to be in the case too. What is she doing? Out making songs, and she was just sitting with Diddy talking about, yeah, you know how I do, don't I? Come on, man, that girl probably was grooming people. But that's another story. That's another story. Let me continue to go down this list in my mind on what we need to do. I could be here all night with this list, so I'm only gonna do maybe 5 or 10. I think I said having love for each other, manners. We need to educate ourselves. There's too many brothers and sisters that's illiterate. My mother is a teacher. She told me these kids don't be wanting nothing. They can't read. The parents ain't helping it. The parents is really the problem because they sending these kids to these institutions, these schools, and they expecting them to learn everything there. You got to educate your kids at home too. Treat your kids right so they go off into society and be an okay person and not a person that wants to torture people because they was tortured. You know, so many other things we could do to make things better, but education is a must. Gotta educate ourselves. Should nobody not know how to read and comprehend? That's why so many camp leaders and reverends misled the sheep. They wasn't educated. They was reading the scriptures and didn't know what they was reading. They went to seminary school and was told what this verse mean and what this chapter mean, and they went on to preach the same thing without fully studying to show they self-approved. Education also goes with finances. How are you gonna make it in the business world if you can't read? They said if you wanna hire something from a black man, put it in the book. If you can't read the contract, you can't read the numbers, you can't do the math, you can't read and comprehend a contract, how the hell is you gonna make it in the business world? How are we gonna make it and have a chance to build an economy in the black community? This is why Arabs and other people own most of the stores in the black community. I heard it's 142 gas stations in Detroit, and only 2 of them are owned by black people. You know how messed up that is? While we thinking we got something, it's 142 gas stations in the city of Detroit that was once 90% black. Before the motor industry got shut down and the work got sold to China, and they stopped making songs at Motown because people have lost the love that they once had in their heart. But 142 gas stations, only 2 of them belong to us. And the numbers probably are similar if you go across the state of America. Go across the states of America, pretty sure the numbers are similar. So not only do us as black people, we gotta overcome coming out the hood and coming out of a toxic environment because our people are uneducated and they're bitter and they're lost. So they put that vibration on us, and it continues on this curse that we have to not know how to have or do or say or do anything. We need the Most High. He the one who gave us our standards. Without him, we just a lost people. as we are in America today. It wouldn't matter how we still try to hold on to pride. Oh, we built this country. We didn't get nothing out of it. Few people in a few positions, but the country is still theirs. Our work still goes and down the fountain for colonialism. But God has us here for a reason, to unite as much as we can, learn our lesson that we don't need to be under anybody but God here in this lifetime. We don't need to put ourselves under any nation, any king besides Christ. And the real one, when he comes back, when he sends his prophets, not the fake one that they went around the world and spread it to everybody, killed people, made them believe in it, built churches everywhere off the money that they robbed and pillaged from the world. Not that one, the other one. The one that don't involve needing a 501c3 plan, not involve and need to be socially and politically correct to be able to teach the word of God. Not that type, not that, the other one. The one that they say needs to be stopped. And you can't say that, and that's not true. The ones that shatters this fake world that they've built as they go to war still to this day with countries and take resources to bring back to feed the lie. It's up to us as a people to fix ourselves. Nobody else is gonna fix us. Until we understand that, we gonna be where we at. I'm gonna take care of mine, and I pray y'all take care of y'all's. Because that's all truly we have control over and responsibility over as our household and what God give us. Don't sweat your mind over it if you see people not willing to come together to do anything. You be that person that want to do something. God work with small numbers. He don't need everybody to be in the plan anyway. Everybody don't mean good. When you find those that do, stick with them. I'm Bay Jerusalem. It's the Hebrew Life family. Shalom. Shalom.